changing? Are you prepared? What do you need to know? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California. A perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now here's the thing. Sales with technology is changing significantly. It's evolved to a point where you better be prepared or you're heading towards the slaughter. That's my prediction. So here's the thing. There's all sorts of apps out there now to compare prices, to compare information, and people have gone full-on internet mode when it comes to making a purchase, even if it's a built good, okay? So like if I want to buy a refrigerator, I go to the website, and it tells me about all the features and benefits, and then I go to another website, tells me about all the features and benefits, and this one's $2,000 and this one's $1,900. Guess what happens? Most people are going to go commodity, and your product and your service is becoming a commodity because people can build an app for it, they can compare, they can build information. Now, I've talked to you in some of these videos about you having to be a celebrity niche hero, which means that you have to have articles, you have to have videos, you have to have content online, you have to build your own racetrack. There's a guy named James Schranko, and he's from Australia. And I heard him talk about this. He's like, hey, look, you know, it's one thing for you to go online and find all these places where you can put your content. It's another thing when you own the racetrack. So this means you're going to have to build your own website. This means you're going to have to gather information. This means that you're going to have to put stuff out there. And, you know, it may be that you have to have somebody ghostwrite the content for you. It may be that you have to pay somebody to follow you around with a camera to shoot some video. But the amount of content that you put out there is really going to matter. And I know this kind of mirrors a video that I've already said and I've already talked about, but it's just a little bit different. If you're the celebrity niche hero, meaning you have the website, the podcast, the videos, the comparison guides, the books, you are the niche hero of that celebrity. If you got one or two of those things, you're cool, but it's not as good as being the guy, right? So, you know, if you're the person in your town, not the person like 4 towns over, the person in your town where you're like, hey, I'm Scott, I sell widgets and gizmos, you need widgets and gizmos, I'm the guy to talk to, here's all the content, go to my website. Well, you can pay for some traffic to go to your website, you can get people to go there organically, you can do a lot of stuff, but here's the thing to remember, that at some point a company's going to come to you and go, hey, you know, things aren't going very well here, we want you to take off. And you're going to go, yeah, see ya, I own the racetrack. And you're going to take your information, you're going to go somewhere else, you may start your own company, change a little bit of information on your website, some phone numbers or whatnot, and you're like, you are off to the races. You have to own your own racetrack. You have to own the information of what's going on. So there's a reason why slowly from here, I'm going to start shifting and taking a lot of stuff off of video on YouTube and putting it on my own racetrack. I'm going to eat my own dog food, right? I'm going to do the things that I'm telling you to do. I had to start my How to Sell podcast back up. But here's the thing. For you, when you own the racetrack and you collect at the gate, you win. When the business owns the racetrack and they collect at the gate, you have the possibility of losing. Now, there's a couple things you need to know. One, I'm not an attorney, so I am not giving you legal advice. I'm just giving you some best practices. So one, you want to shoot this video on your time, at your place, on your dime. Because the second that you get paid for it from somebody else, they own it. So if you don't believe me, that's cool. Go talk to an attorney, an intellectual property attorney, depending upon the town you live in. It's going to be about $350 an hour for a smaller town, about $700 or $800 in a big city. You're going to find out, right? You want to own your racetrack. You want your servers, or whoever you're going to pay to serve your website, your WordPress website. You're going to do your own podcast on your server, not the company server, because if things go sideways, you could be like, peace out, Girl Scout. I'm gone. I'm taking my racetrack elsewhere. Own your racetrack, okay? Salespeople are heading for a slaughter pretty quick here. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Got some word tracks right there for you. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You need to know it. You need to be prepared because sales is going to go sideways pretty quick here where everything's just going to be comparisoned out. It's getting close. There's industries that are being like, the real estate industry has been targeted heavily. There's probably 50 different apps now that'll say, why pay a real estate agent? Collect the commissions yourself. You know, it's between 3 and 6% on a $500,000 home. That's a good chunk of change. We take this cut, you keep the rest cut, there you go. Car dealerships, they're being targeted. They're heading for a slaughter because the way that they make the money is they buy the trade-in car, they flip it in an auction, they sell it on the lot. That's where they make their money. It's not typically on the used of the new car sales. It could be. I'm just giving you an example, right? Don't criticize me for giving you the wrong example the wrong way. I'm just letting you know. It's coming. It's going to happen to your industry no matter what you do. someone's going to look and go, that industry is profitable and it's primed for the taking. What can we do to take it? It's coming. It's on its way. Leave a comment in the box down below. Believe me, you don't believe me, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. But if you are a salesperson and you're prepared and you see what's happening, there's going to be a crossover point, and I'm going to put it out roughly about 2 to 3 years. Maybe a little bit sooner, but 2 to 3 years, sales is going to be targeted heavily because most buyers hate salespeople because of the 1950 strategies and the techniques that they use. If you are not prepared, you're heading for the slaughter. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.